Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program, where today we are having a look at the Bargain Rocket Parts mod, which was originally made way back in the day of version 0.24 of this game by user Rubber Ducky. It was then resurrected by Astrofox and Meecrip, and has now been adopted by none other than good old Linux Guru Gamer. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game, I think is best summed up by the mod's tagline: bust out the duct tape, we're going to space. As what this brings in is a whole load of bargain rocket parts that are effectively made out of junk and held together with tape, and I love it. It amuses me greatly, so let's jump right on into the VAB and have a look at the 34 different parts we do have on offer. Now, let's actually grab ourselves a Mark I command pod just for a change of pace for our size comparison today, and in the search bar put in Bargain Rocket Parts Incorporated, and this will give you all 34 of the, very, very junky parts. And now we're going to start with the command pods and then work our way just down through the rest. And I'm going to try and get through this quickly, but you guys know me, I'll probably get hung up on something. So the first thing we're going to have a look at here is the BBQ-1 core, which is an unmanned command pod made from a barbecue. It has a built-in data transmitter, Kerbonauts access, an SAS, and of course 5 electric charge. And if we pop that right on top of our command pod there, you can see it is a full barbecue, including wheels and everything, and I love it. It amuses me that you would make a command pod, an unmanned one at that, out of a barbecue. Now we do have another unmanned command pod, which makes a lot more sense though than a barbecue, and that's the Smart 200 core, which is literally a smartphone duct taped to the side of your craft. Again, unmanned command pod, data transmitter, Kerbonauts access, SAS, and 5 electric charge, so you can either have the exact same specs from either a barbecue or a cell phone that you literally duct tape to the side of your ship. Either way, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, I really do like that. I don't know why, but it makes me laugh, and it's awesome. So let's actually pop both of these off and take a look at the one and only manned command pod, which is the BC-1 Space Box, which can only hold a single crew member, does have a data transmitter, reaction wheel, SAS, a crew report, and 50 electric charge, and best of all, a custom interior, which, oh my, makes me smile. So let's pop this baby on, and as you can see, it is a cardboard box, or a space box, and I love this thing. Hatch closed before takeoff, held together with some duct tape, and someone forgot to tape this up. They even reminded them. And so that you don't get things sort of glitching through, there is an adapter for the space box, so that if you do want to place things on top of it, you can put those there so you don't have things sort of glitching through models. And that too amuses me, that they not only went to the trouble of making an open box, but, you know, just in case you do want to build upward, you know, we got an adapter for that. And that just, oh, it's a good thing. Now, on to the rest of the parts. The first one here is an AB wooden ladder, which, yeah, it's a wooden ladder for your Kerbals to climb up and down, and still, it too has duct tape. We then also have the A78DDDDD triple connector, which is just a tri-coupler, basically, that's been made from some, what looks like some pretty high-intensity scrap metal there. Very good. We then have, just kind of moving straight down the list here in no particular order, the boombox, which is a science experiment where you observe the boombox. There we go, get a little zoom in on that, and yeah, held together with duct tape. Love it. We then have a clock with the science experiment of observe clock. And you know what, actually I am going to jump down to the other science experiments now, just to get them out of the way real quick. We have the microwave oven right there, where you observe the microwave. And finally, we have the lava lamp, where you observe the lava lamp. And as you can see there, it also does produce a bit of light. Though what amuses me the most about these is when you activate the clock, it spins, and when you activate the microwave, it does light up, and it amuses me. It amuses me greatly. So then back up to the top here, we have a selection of engines. So let's actually just build from the bottom here. The first one is the ENG-20 liquid engine with a maximum thrust of 40 kilonewtons in vacuum, and it's made out of a hot plate. Let's just pop it right on there. Perfect. There you go. It will use liquid oxygen, or liquid fuel and oxidizer rather, and does have a vectoring range of 1 degree. Handy thing there. We then have the ENG-25, which is an engine made out of a fire extinguisher with a maximum thrust of 3 kilonewtons. It does also use liquid fuel and oxidizer, and has a vectoring range of 3 degrees, so a little bit better. There we go. We can pop that just right there. Lovely little thing. You got the little nozzle just right in that location. Very fun. The next engine we have is actually a lot bigger, the ENG-250 liquid engine, which will actually has an alternator on it producing 6 electric charge. It has a max thrust and vacuum at 250, of course again using liquid fuel and oxidizer, and a very small vectoring range of only 0.3, so don't expect a lot of control from this thing, but oh my, I love it. It's just a barrel that's been exploded open and with fire written on it pointing down. Good times. Now the next one we have here is the ENG-3R liquid engine, which is, I believe, yes, there we go, a radial engine, and it looks like, I'm not entirely sure what that is exactly, but yes, there it is. A tiny little engine producing 1.5 kilonewtons max in vacuum, liquid fuel oxidizer, no gimbling on this baby. We then have another radial engine, the ENG-45R, with a max of thrust of 20 kilonewtons in vacuum, with a vectoring range on this one again of 0.3. It basically is made out of a propane tank, and what is that is written right there? Do not touch on the bottom. Yeah, probably not good to touch that part of it. And then we have the ENG-60 liquid engine, which has an alternator in it, pretty nice. Maximum thrust of 75 kilonewtons, a liquid fuel and oxidizer, gimbling range of 2.5 degrees. And yeah, lovely little thing. We'll just pop it onto there, a bit bigger, made out of a bell, as you can see, possibly the Liberty Bell. Who knows? You'll just have to wait and see. Now the next thing we have, of course, is an RCS block, which is the ER Cola, and it is an RCS thruster made from soda bottles. Lovely. It makes me laugh, guys. It makes me laugh. So, next on to some fuel tanks, we have the GP12 fuel tank, which holds a 5.4 liquid fuel and 6.6 oxidizer, and its 2 stop signs welded together, basically, and also held together with duct tape. We then have the GP200, which holds a 90 liquid fuel and 110 oxidizer, much bigger, made of a refrigerator, which has our flag on it, and apparently Bob smells, but I think we all knew that deep down. And then, of course, a 55-gallon drum on the other side. Very fun. And then we have the GP36 fuel tank with 22.5 liquid fuel, 27.5 oxidizer, and yeah, it's a trash can. It's a trash can. But, you know, a nice one at least. And then finally the GP600 fuel tank, which holds 315 liquid fuel, 385 oxidizer, and, oh boy, it's just some big old storage tanks with, you know, some nice writing on there, held together with a lot of duct tape, some cardboard, and a few spot welds here and there. It is the largest of the fuel tanks, but, you know, quite useful. Now, the next thing we have is still a fuel tank, but a monopropellant tank, held radially along the side, and it is an open soup can, and it will hold 20 monopropellant. The next thing we have, which is a good reason to have this space box adapter, is the Magneto docking port. There we are. It is a functioning docking port made with a magnet. There we are, folks. Quality Kerbal engineering. The next part we have is an antenna, the N10A, which is, it's a hanger. It is a hanger. I'm actually going to jump down real quick to, oh, did I lose something? Oh, nope, here it is. The other transmitter that we have, the styrofoamatic communicator, which is some string with a cup. There you go. The other antenna there, very fun. We then have a set of lander legs, which is the Plumbato landing strut, and Yeah, it's a plunger. Does not hold a whole lot of stress to it. It will probably explode, somehow being a plunger. We then have a radial stabilizer device, which is a reaction wheel, which is a washing machine. And who doesn't need that on their mission? Always handy to have. We then, of course, have a parachute here, the SL-10 rustic parachute, which is basically a giant quilt that's been handmade together. And, of course, on the top there, explosive charge. Lovely. We then have a smaller SL-2 plastic parachute, which is made from, garden trash bags. There we are. Lovely. It's got the drawstring and everything on the side of the picture. Beautiful. The next thing we have is a battery, the Spud X battery, which is a potato with some wires, holds 50 electric charge. The next we have is the ultimate desk lamp, the Ultra Lamp 5000, a lovely radially placed light for us. Excellent, so your Kerbal can see any time of day. And then, of course, the next is a stack decoupler, which appears to be made out of tires, I believe. I could be wrong on that. We then have a radial decoupler, which I'm not entirely sure what this thing's made out of, but, yeah, like a bucket with some explosives in it, I guess. Yeah, that actually does appear to be what that is. Oh, it's wonderful. And finally, we have one more stack decoupler for smaller sizes. Again, it's a tire. And that makes me happy, and I honestly think that may be the quickest we've ever gone through this many parts. I'm getting better at doing this, guys. It only took me how many years of making these videos? Alright, so let's actually look at one of these crafts actually launched, and I need to make a quick change to it because while reading, I realized I made a big mistake with my engine choice right down here. That's way too, well, it has way too little power. Let's just pop that one on instead with the Liberty Bell. That should be good. It won't burn for very long because there's barely any fuel in that thing. But you know what? It'll work. So we'll launch that, then that, then that. Everything looks good. We have a beautiful, beautiful little... Oh god, it's literally a piece of junk. And that's why I love it. This is definitely one of those mods you download just to screw around with when you're definitely not trying to play seriously. And it's a wonderful thing. Now, I actually have a feeling that this is going to go wildly out of control because these bottom ones only do have 0.3 degrees of gimbaling range. So I actually think I may make one more adjustment of just adding some fins on here so you know what? No, we've made our choice to live with junk. I'm not gonna add a fin. We're just gonna roll with the bargain rocket parts and... Oh, Jebediah's gonna die. Okay, let's save and launch this thing and see how it does. I have not flown this thing yet, so we'll find out together. Now, of course, thankfully it has all stuck together and has survived so far. So let's check out that beautiful internal view with Jebediah. And yeah, here is inside the space box. I love it. It reminds me of the, things that little kids make inside of cardboard boxes, and it's beautiful. We even got a little dinosaur drawn over there. And, some lovely reminders. Wear helmet at all times, because clearly this is not pressurized. Who ate all the snacks? Always a good thing. We've got all the controls we need, our launch button, and everything. Oh, it really, really does make me happy, guys. It's just one of those silly, stupid little mods that, you know what, is good to have from time to time. Let's get a good look at this thing. And, yes, look at it in all of its beautiful glory. All of its beautiful, junky glory. And it is magnificent. But yes, the Bargain Rocket Parts mod. Technically, it's actually now Bargain Rocket Parts Continued, but I get bored when mods just call themselves Continued, frankly. So let's actually launch this thing and see how it flies. Probably horribly, but we'll find out in about 3, 2, 1, and launch. All right, so we have SAS going at the moment, but with the 0.3 degrees of gimbaling. Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to last, but these are actually some pretty powerful engines down here at the bottom, currently producing 240 kilonewtons of thrust. And we're starting to angle. We've lost control. We have lost control. Yep, we have officially lost control. Okay. So, it's going to go well for us today. Very, very good. Perfect. Alright, let's throttle this baby down, and what the heck, we're just going to release the bottom tanks and engines because the next engine should be a lot more controllable. Yes, it has a lot more gimbling range, so hopefully we'll be good. And I'm just going to try and get us over land so we can actually land with our little plunger lander legs there. So good, good, good. Alright. Adjusting. Don't want to go too far. Let's try and stick close-ish to the... We're going haywire. It's my fault now. I'm controlling it. And, well, me at the helm, that's never really a good thing. Okay, we are almost out of fuel, though, and then we're going to start to drop, but we are over land now, so that should be good. Hopefully these parachutes work. Oh, boy. We should have enough of them. I've got 4 of the plastic ones and 2 of the knitted ones, so we'll find out shortly. So let's, you know what, just drop this. And we have the one more engine for one quick burst at the very end, but I'm actually going to pop that up here and up there. And I'm just going to release the parachutes now, probably, so we can hopefully have them slow down. Oh, we are going to blow up the Space Center. Yep, that's probably going to be a thing, but you know what? Jebediah is probably very happy in there, and I just noticed that those things are floating. Lovely. All right, let's release the parachutes. Now, as you can see, these are just sort of knitted things, not producing a whole lot of slowing power. Ooh, I probably should release them a lot sooner. Yeah, we're going to need that engine. And the last few, of course, are plastic trash bags, so they should open momentarily. I think they're set to open at 1,000, so hold on tight. Okay, they opened. Oh boy, we are still coming down quick. Fire the engine. Well, nope, didn't have enough engine power to slow me down. Okay, we're dead. Oh, wait! We survived! Jebediah lived in the junk ship. Oh my god, we lost 2 of the lander legs, but still, Jebediah lived. Let's get him on EVA so we can survey the site of his glorious, glorious junk. Got some parts over there, beautiful. Yes, perfect. I was going to actually look... Oh, actually, I think all the scientific experiments are still intact. So let's get back in the ship real quick. Oh, God, it's sideways. I don't know if we can now. Oh, I've made a mistake. Well, we can always revert back to the landing, or to the launch pad, rather, to see the science experiments. But yes, we have a junk ship. And that is fun and amusing. So if you would like to download this for yourself, and I definitely say to give it a try because it is hilarious, take a look at the link in the description. But let's actually quickly go back to the revert flight, click the wrong button, to launch, just to see quickly those experiments that we have on board, just to take a quick look at them. And let's see, the boombox rather. You blast out some intense electro. You are totally psyched for launch now. Perfect. Alright, the clock. And the clock seems to be ticking painfully slowly while preparing for launch, but it's just your imagination. Very cool. And observe the microwave. The microwave oven is functioning normally. Oh, that's boring. And finally, the lava lamp, mesmerizing. Shouldn't we be in space for this? Yes, you should. And of course, they have different experiments depending on where you are. I think the microwave one talks about while in flight making some good taquitos or something like that. Very entertaining things. When you break the sound barrier, it does mention it on the boombox that apparently some sounds aren't as good when you pass the sound barrier. All fun experiments. But yes, definitely go check out the Bargain Rocket Parts mod. It is a hilariously good time, and I mean, come on, who doesn't want this to be their IVA view? So that is going to be it for today, though, folks. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next episode when we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one, and away again for most likely another horrible, horrible crash. Later, folks.